This person says that my fiance and I just got engaged and are talking about,
Congratulations.
yes, congratulations. We are talking about premarital counseling. What is premarital counseling and is it effective?
Yeah, great question. Yeah, there's premarital counseling and dating counseling are a phenomenal way to set your relationship up for
Would
success.
not agree more.
Absolutely. And I love kind of a trend that I'm seeing in recent years where more and more couples are uh, engaging dating counseling, right? And so they're going, you know what, we're starting to get serious about our relationship, and maybe we should look into sitting down with an older, wiser other who can help us identify things that are going to be challenges for us, things that maybe we can address now to make a determination of whether or not this is a good fit or something that we can should move forward with or not, and to do so at a stage in our relationship where we're not completely connected emotionally and don't have all of the family pressure and dynamics around life that engagement creates, right?
Yeah,
Because once you get
so
engaged,
healthy, so humble to kind of stand
oh,
back and say,
so wise, so
I
humble.
can use this. This is important.
Yes, yes. I just have a lot of respect for the couples that are engaging them. Because once you get engaged, there's a lot of pressure to move forward in the relationship, right? That you've announced it, sort of rescind that is embarrassing and raises lots of questions and can bring some scrutiny. A lot of times you start spending money and planning for a wedding and setting dates. And so there's money that you can't get back that's invested. And there's just a whole lot of push kind of towards the wedding date, right? And so it doesn't allow space to really explore yourself and your own identity, relationship struggles or difficulties that might be there, and whether or not this is even a good idea to get married or not.
I was even gonna say, like, there's probably so much more pressure happening when you're engaged. So to go to counseling when you're just dating and there's not that added pressure, added stress yet, I mean, it's probably just so much more relaxing.
Totally, totally. It definitely is. It still, bumps into our insecurities and our fears and different things, but it's so much less pressure, so much more relaxing, and you have space, right? We can kind of work on these things, and then feel really confident and good, deciding to move forward with engagement, and then a premarital counseling kind of process where we are really preparing for being a married couple, right? And kind of life together as a married couple. And premarital counseling does that so well for couples. Like, this needs to be said, no matter how much dating counseling and premarital counseling you have, marriage is going to have its challenges. It's supposed to, by design. Like, God has designed marriage to be something that challenges us and causes us to mature as a human being in relationship with another. But premarital helps us identify the areas that are likely to be challenges for us, gives us some direction and how to begin working through those things, and to be able to learn from those that have gone before us in marriage, right? Because marriage isn't a new thing. We've been doing it for a while. There's a good chance that the challenges you're going to face, others have faced. And by learning from that, it really sets you up for success in your relationship and enables it to be as um, as much joy and fun as it can be, and as least pain as it need be in marital life. So that's what premarital and dating counseling do for you. Absolutely love just the maturity and the wisdom and the humility that is present for folks to engage that. As a marriage therapist, I cherish getting to sit with folks that are preparing to get married and to really set them up for success. And so often, marriage counselors, we have folks come in crises and in really hard places in their marital relationship. And we see things and we go, oh man, I wish I could have talked to them before they got married. I wish I could have set them up even early in their marriage, that these things that they've been struggling with over the last 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and that could have been really different if we'd have been able to work on some of this stuff earlier. So we love it as therapists to get folks in sooner.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a counselor, so there's not a ton I can speak into with this question, but I will say that I have experienced the effectiveness of premarital counseling in my
Mm-hmm.
own marriage. And we went for a good 3 or 4 months leading up to our wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and it was tough. It was hard. It was challenging. But there are things that we needed to talk about, that we needed to work through in order to build this strong foundation for our marriage. And, like you said, there are still days, there are still challenges, but what's really cool is so much of what we talked about in premarital counseling is part of the way that we react to things and the way that we respond to things. And so there's this new understanding of my husband reacts to something that I said this way. And oh, I remember that he said this about something that he grew up with, and something that's just so helpful in understanding each other.
Yeah, totally. Good for you guys in investing that time and energy into laying that foundation for the success of your relationship. So much goes into the wedding. So we're going to spend a day before we get married, and we spend all this money and spend all of this time and all of this energy prepping for the day of the wedding. It's so wise to take some of the time and energy and resources and invest it into the marriage that's going to last long past the day. When the
Yeah.
flowers are all wilted and gone, the marriage is there. And have we really taken the time to invest in laying a strong foundation for that?